More than 200 people have died at this mine in the Democratic Republic of Congo's North Kivu province. Heavy rains triggered a series of catastrophic landslides on Wednesday at the Rubea coltan mine, which is controlled by M23 rebels. Officials say children and women selling goods are among those dead. It rained, a landslide followed, and it swept people away. Some were swallowed up, others died in the wells. Many are still trapped inside. About 20 injured people are being treated in nearby health facilities. As the search continues for those trapped under the mud and debris, the death toll is expected to rise. The mine produces about 15% of the world's coltan, which is processed into a hard metal used notably to make smartphones and computers. North Kivu's rebel-appointed governor has temporarily halted artisanal mining on the site and ordered the relocation of residents who'd built shelters near the mine. The United Nations says M23 has plundered Rubea's riches to help fund its insurgency. South Africa has expelled Israel's chargé d'affaires over what it says was a series of unacceptable violations of diplomatic norms and practices. Ariel Seidman was given 72 hours to leave the country and was declared persona non grata, a diplomatic term which means he's no longer welcome in the country. The Department of International Relations says the violations included the use of official Israeli social media platforms to launch insulting attacks against President Cyril Ramaphosa. He was Israel's most senior diplomatic figure in South Africa after it recalled its ambassador in 2023. Israel promptly retaliated by declaring South Africa's senior diplomatic representative persona non grata and giving him the same deadline to leave. Diplomatic relations between the two countries have been strained since South Africa brought a genocide case to the International Court of Justice over Israel's actions in Gaza. The case has also contributed to United States President Donald Trump's attacks on Pretoria. South Africa's decision to expel Seidman is likely to worsen already strained relations with Washington, which is one of Israel's closest allies.
Niger's military leader has accused the presidents of France, Benin and Ivory Coast of supporting armed groups that attacked an Air Force base in the capital early Thursday, wounding 4 soldiers and damaging an aircraft. Nigerian forces responded quickly, killing 20 of the attackers and arresting 11 others, according to state television. We remind the sponsors of those mercenaries, including Emmanuel Macron, Patrice Talon and Alassane Ouattara. We have sufficiently hurt them back, and they should now in turn be prepared to hear us roar. Niger's state television reported that one of the assailants killed was a French national, as footage showed several bloodied bodies on the ground. No armed group has so far claimed responsibility for the attack. Recurrent climate shocks are driving mass displacement across Mozambique, the UN's refugee agency says. The latest floods have displaced around 392,000 people, adding pressure to a country grappling with conflict in the north, which displaced over 300,000 people in the second half of 2025.
People had to flee under chaotic conditions after sometimes staying days and days on the roof of their house, waiting for rescue operations.
Since the start of the year, severe flooding has engulfed communities in the southern and central parts of Mozambique, regions already scarred by other extreme weather events such as tropical storms, cyclones and droughts.
Witnesses have accused Sudan's paramilitary rapid support forces of kidnapping children during attacks in Darfur, including its capture of the city of Al-Fasher in October. They told Reuters news agency that at least 56 youngsters ranging from a 2-month-old baby to teenagers had been abducted in separate incidents. In some instances, they said the fighters killed their parents first, while in others, families were allegedly told their children would be used as slaves or to herd livestock. People who witnessed the kidnappings were often threatened or coerced, and some abducted children were used as leverage for ransom. The RSF has been at war with the Sudanese army since April 2023. Both sides have been accused by rights groups of war crimes, including the recruitment of child combatants. But this is the first time it's been reported that the RSF is abducting and enslaving children. The news agency said it's not been possible to verify the accounts or determine how many children might have been taken and what's happened to them. The war has killed tens of thousands of people and led to famine and disease in what the United Nations has called the world's largest humanitarian crisis.